Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Saturday. It is December the 2nd, 2017. Gonna look at the stakes races on today's program from Aqueduct, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. It's Cigar Mile Day from Aqueduct, and it's usually held Thanksgiving weekend. I usually know that because last Saturday was my birthday, and for, every so often it falls on my birthday, but this year they put it a week back since they could race on the main track now in the month of December. So now it's this week, and it so happens to be on my dad's birthday. So usually on my birthday, it's now on my dad's birthday. So it's a happy birthday present to my father for the Cigar Mile Day. It's an excellent card. I think you're going to see some favorites come in, but I think you're going to see some nice horses, some nice prices come in too. So let's get on to the sixth race, the first of the stakes races on today's program from Aqueduct. The sixth race, it's the 78th running of the Go for Want, grade 3, purse $200,000. It's a handicap for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters, if you want to go by that, or 1 mile on the Aqueduct main track. And I just show the diagram. It just gives me a second to look down at my notes. Just bear with me. Can't do 2 things at the same time. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse. Number 5, who is Verve's Tale. I'm going to go 5-1-4-2 in the superfecta. 5-1-4-2 super. Top pick number 5, Verve's Tale. 5-1, Johnny V is on the Sparkly Tag trained 4-year-old filly by Tale of Akati, who I believe is also a Barkley Tag trained horse. But most recently, this horse started about 5 weeks ago, 28th of October at Belmont, mile 16th in the turn back the alarm. This horse finished second by a head that day. Stalked early on, and then got the lead actually in the stretch and opened up by a few, and then got caught right for the wire. This horse has to slow it down a little bit in the end. It just has to, you can't just sit, don't go to the stretch and just stop. Just keep the momentum going. But I think coming here to Aqueduct, where this horse has had a very nice run in the past, I just think this horse should run a little bit of a better race. Start before. This horse ran the 30th of September at Belmont, mile 8th in the Beldame Invitational. Horse finished 4th by 8.5 lengths. A little bit tougher horses that day. This horse just didn't really get the best of kicks at the end. Just wasn't his day to win. And then the Summer Colony for restricted horses at Saratoga, mile 8th, August 20th. Horse won by nose, had a good poster. You want to be from the rail. Stalked early, got the lead, and kind of dueled to the finish line, but, had a very nice victory at the end. Before that, she was running in some tough races. She finished 5th in the Ogden Phipps, 4th in the Ruffian on a very sloppy race course, 2nd in the Top Flight on the main track here at Aqueduct last season, and then 4th in the Royal Delta at Gulfstream last season, or earlier this season. But this horse had a very nice victory over this course about a year ago now in the Commonly. This horse won by a neck going a mile 8th, had the rail, stalked early, got the lead, and took off clear. I like the horse's stalking position in this race, and I just think this horse will run a big one, so watch out here today. So to recap my bets for the 6th from Aqueduct, it's the 78th running of the grade 3 Go for One handicap. Gonna go with the 5 horse Verve's Tale. Gonna go 5-1-4-2 in the superfecta. So we're gonna skip over race number 7 now and go on to race number 8. The 8th race from Aqueduct it's the 96th running of the Demoiselle Stakes, grade 2, purse $250,000. It's your fillies, 2-year-olds here. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters or a mile and 1/8 on the Aqueduct main track. Mile and 1/8, 1,800 meters in the Demoiselle. Horses on the road to the Kentucky Oaks with this race. But I don't remember a horse winning this race and winning the Kentucky Oaks in quite a while, if ever. I have to go check the history of that. But my top pick in this race, I like the number 3 horse, Wonder Got It. I think this horse is an incredible filly, and she'll be a single in the multi-race wagers for me. I'm probably going to play a late pick 3. Starting off with this race, but I'm going to go 3-4-1-7 in the superfecta. 3-4-1-7 super. Play for 10 then straight so I can get my 220 back. But 3-4-1-7 super. Top pick number 3, Wonder Got It or Wonder Goodoot, whatever. Single in the multi-race for me. Garrett Barber owns this one. Mark Cassie trains this one. This 2-year-old filly by Medaglia d'Oro. John Velasquez gets the leg up. Most recently, his horse had to start Del Mar, mile 16th, November the 4th, in the BC Juvenile Fillies. Horse finished 6th by 5 3/4 lengths that day. From a wide post draw, didn't have the best of starts, had to take up a little bit. it just wasn't the day to win. Close up a tiny bit at the end, but it just wasn't his day to win. I think today with a little bit of much better of a post draw, you know, the way the race shapes for this horse, I think she could stalk again, and she could have a good run, or she could actually set the pace also. She's kind of a little bit of a versatile horse, but before that, at Woodbine, mile 16th on Tapeta in the Grade 3 Mazarine Stakes, horse won by 6 lengths. It was only 4 horses. She had the rails, she broke on top, and she was on lead all throughout, just kept opening up. Didn't get a lot of it was just very easy of a victory that day. And then the Natalma on the turf course at Woodbine, 1 mile, September the 17th. Horse finished third by 3/4 length. As a favorite, she didn't have the best trip. She had to be bumped a few. She got bumped a few times. Was wide, but she held her own out. It wasn't the half bad race. And then first career outing at Woodbine Lounge race on the turf course, 7 furlongs. Horse won by 4 lengths. Broke on top. Stalk kind of dueled a little bit, but just had a very nice victory at the end. I think coming here today, should like the dirt, better post draw. She should have a major improvement off her last start. She'll be a single in the multi-race for me. So to recap my bets for the 8th from Aqueduct, it's the 96th running of the Grade 2 Demoiselle. I'm going to go with the 3-horse Wonder Gadget. I'm going to go 3-4-1-7 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 9 from Aqueduct, the 9th race. It's the 104th running of the Remsen, Grade 2, purse $250,000. It's for 2-year-olds. Fields of 10 2-year-olds going the distance of ground of 1,800 meters again, or 1 mile and 1/8 on the Aqueduct main track. Mile and 1/8, 1,800 meters. My top pick in this race, I like the number 5 horse here, number 5 Catholic Cowboy. I'm going to go 5-4-3-2 in the superfecta, 5-4-3-2 super. Top pick number 5 Catholic Cowboy will be included on my pick 3 ticket, along with the 4 horse Biblical. I think at 8-1 this horse will probably run a very nice one, and I'll probably use the Nashua winner to the 3 horse. I'll go 3 deep in this race, 5-4-3 in my pick 3. But my top pick, number 5 Catholic Cowboy, 5-1. Manny Franco is on this trio colt by More Than Ready. Jonathan Thomas trains this one. Stepping on dirt for the first time. Don't think that should be a problem. I think this horse should really like the mile and 1/8 distance. But most recently, this horse had started 3rd November at Del Mar, 1 mile in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Horse finished 4th by 1.5 lengths. Mendelssohn ran a huge run that day. This horse didn't have the best of trips, a little bit traffic trouble, had to take up a little bit, closed up well at the end. After all is said and done, had a decent 4th place finish, but off the layoff, too. You have to remember that a lot of these horses were coming off a bit of a layoff that day, but I think coming to dirt today, good post draw, sitting a little bit closer, hopefully, this horse should run majorly better. Has some dirt pedigree in the dam side. Before the Breeders' Cup, this horse ran the With Anticipation at Saratoga, mile 16th on the Mellon, August the 30th. Horse won by a length that day, sat in Meg Pack early on, and then got the lead and took off clear. Very nice victory. All around great race. And then a Gulfstream 7.5 furlongs, July 20th, the main special weight 40. Horse won by 2 lengths. Again, didn't break it all that well. Actually, didn't break at all. Almost broke last. But recovered, closed up well, and won by 2 lengths. Great race at the end. But has been training on the dirt at Belmont on the train track most recently. 4-4 workout in 50 and 1/5 of a second. 62nd best workout in 93, and a 4-4 workout at Belmont in 49 and 3. 34th best out of 80. Training well. I think this horse should run a big one, second off the layoff, so watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 9th from Aqueduct, it's the 104th running of the Grade 2 Remsen. Gonna go with the 5 horse, the Catholic Cowboy. Gonna go 5-4-3-2 in the superfecta. So now let's get on to race number 10, the featured 10th race from Aqueduct. It's the 29th running of the Cigar Mile, presented by Naira Bets, Grade 1 purse $750,000. It's for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground here of 1,600 meters or 1 mile on the main track. 6 furlongs, 1,600 meters, 1 mile. What am I saying? Pardon me, it is 12:40 in the morning, so I'm a little tired after spending a full day in the city. But my top pick in this race, I like that number 10 horse here, Beasley. I'm going to go 10-8-6-1 in the superfecta, 10-8-6-1 super. Now to the multi-race pick 3, I'm probably going to go too deep here. I'm going to go 10-8. hopefully the 10 horse give me the price, and the 8 horse Practical Joke. I think 7-2, not the best of prices, but I'll take it. I think he could run a big one also. Major improvement off his last start. I think he can definitely do, but 10-8 for me in the multi-race, 10-8, 6-1 in the superfecta for me, though. But my top pick, number 10, Beasley, 12-1. Junior Alvarado is on this mark, heading train 3-0, colt by Shackelford, so he's bred to go the distance. Most recently, his horse had a start 28th of October at Belmont. 7 furlongs in the Bulls Ruler handicap. Horse finished third by 3/4 of a length. Didn't have the best of starts that day, but closed up well at the end. Wasn't a half bad race at the end. Before that was the horse's second time facing stakes company also. Before the Optional 6-2 at Belmont, slop good but sealed going. 7 furlongs, 30th. Horse won by head. He sat mid-pack, got the lead, and took off clear. Very nice closing of victory that day. And then at allowance race 85,000, Saratoga, 6 furlongs, August the 17th. Horse won by a nose that day. Again, broke about mid-pack after not the best beginnings, but closed up well, just getting up there in time. Great turn of foot at the end. If you go back to the races, this horse ran it in the early winter. Ran in the Tampa Derby, going mile 16th, March 11th at Tampa Bay Downs. This horse finished 5th by 6.5 lengths that day. Best position this horse had was 6.5 or 3.5 lengths off the lead early on in the race. Just didn't show up. A little bit, wasn't so mature there, and also didn't have the best breaks. But before that, was running in some tough races at Gulfstream Park, going 7 or a mile 16th, where this horse finished second. Actually finished second to Battalion Runner in his allowance victory on February 3rd at Gulfstream. It was dueling a little bit early on. Didn't just Battalion Runner just ran a little bit better than him. But again, it wasn't a half bad run. I think getting the mile with a little bit of a low weight of 114 pounds here today, I think this horse will run a big one, so I'll take my chances. So watch out for this one. So to recount my bets for the 10th from Aqueduct, it's the 29th running of the Grade 1 Cigar Mile. Gonna go with the number 10 horse Beasley. Gonna go 10-8, 6-1 in the superfecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.